With the creation of Plants vs. Zombies by PopCap Games on May 5th, 2009, it led to an astounding surge in the game's popularity. Then, on August 15th, 2013, PopCap teamed up with EA, the greedy company known for microtransactions in video games, eventually adding plant families, which ruined the game in my opinion, the addition of leveling system, the Penny's Pursuit game mode, and the dreaded PvP arena. But personally, I chose to take advantage of that first update they added with plant families. So in this video, I will be taking on... Also, if you've been living under a rock for most of your life, the Arma-MINT family is composed of lob shot launching and cannon plants such as cabbage pult, kernel pult, turkey pult, and sling pea. Now, of course, I did not create this idea, so here are some other creators that have created videos before me in this type of format. You should definitely watch them if you haven't already, and go give them a subscribe and like their videos and shit. I don't know, man. Do what you want. Now, let's go over some basic ground rules for this challenge. We'll start off with rule number 1, there will be no leveling plants. Rule number 2, there will be no power-ups used at all. Rule number 3, if a conveyor gives me armaments, I have to use it unless it's Zomboss, and 4, I must shovel all pre-planted plants unless they're considered endangered. Now that we're done with the rules, let's get started off with the basic levels. Now starting off, days 1, 2, 3, and 4 we easily blasted through. Now day 4 gives us the cabbage pult, our first armament plant to be used ever. And all I've got to say, he absolutely ruins the use of gravestones. Also, because of the rules, we must remove every single last pre-planted plant. Yeah, no walnuts, no sunflowers, nothing. Because this is day 5 of the tutorial, we easily blast through this with like no problem whatsoever. Now because the rest of this level is basically completely boring, let's take a book from Shagrat and do a funny little plant fact. Did you know that there is evidence that shows cabbages have been cultivated for almost 4,000 years? Brussels sprouts, which are in the cabbage family, are the youngest with records dating back only 500 years. Incredible. After Dave tastes that absolutely delicious taco, he wants to try it again, so he takes us back to... With ancient Egypt being the actual first world you go through, we are introduced to plant food. Plant food, if you don't know, basically makes plants fucking broken, giving them a superpower that allows them to basically clear an entire map or certain areas of a map. Cabbage pults, I don't even know what to say, it's broken. Day 2 introduces us to power-ups, which we will not be using, so, as our rules say, we have to shovel up every single pre-planted plant. But, other than that small mishap, we completely blast through level 2 of Ancient Egypt with only casualty of 1 lawnmower. But seeing as how these are the early levels in Ancient Egypt, we actually gain our lawnmowers back for the first few levels. After this level, we gain the map, and then... No, don't make me do it. No, I don't want to. No. Other than that emotional breakdown I just had, we still have 4,000 of our 5,000 coins left to easily blast through this level. Of course, as per the rule states, we automatically get rid of the sunflowers and blast through the level with no problems whatsoever. At the end of the level, we get the actually good plant, the bloomerang. Now this bad boy can pierce up to 3 zombies, but we won't be using it all. When day 4 comes around, it is introduced as our first ever gimmick level, known as the conveyor belt. Day 4 sadly does not give us a single armament plant, so we just use bloomerangs the entire time. Also, has anyone noticed that the bloomerang kind of looks like the shrimp cocktail? Is that just me? I mean, you can't look at it and see this when you think of it, right? But sadly, right after level 4, we are forced to level up our pea shooter to level 2. I know, right? Honestly. Why would they make us do that? Level 5 was easy to clear, nothing special at all. I'm gonna be completely honest, this level was boring as shit. But sadly, one of the best early game plants, we'll never be able to use it. Right after getting the iceberg lettuce, we are then taken to the store where Penny completely edges us, giving us 20 full hardy diamonds, and then forces us to use it on a fucking penny! Day 6 then introduces us to a new objective where we have to survive a massive attack on ancient Egypt, involving gargantuars, our probably biggest fear in this entire game. Of course, seeing as how it's a conveyor belt level, we're obviously not going to get— OH MY GOD! As per our rules state, if we get armament plants, we can only use armament plants. Completely shoveling every other plant that is an armament, we blaze through the entirety of the first wave, coming across the second wave with only 2 lawnmowers gone. And then... Wait, this is going to be tough. Also, as you can see in the very top, you saw the volume button and you probably saw the on-screen home button. Yes, this was all recorded on my mobile phone. Shut the fuck up, I don't care. Day 7 starts us off with a hearty 500 sun, which allows us to plant some delicious cabbage plants at the very start, blasting through this level with no problem whatsoever, giving us a pinata for our efforts. I then take a look at the armament plants that we could possibly obtain, and then I continue on with our journey. On day 8, we're shown what could possibly be one of the most annoying zombies in this world, the Explorer zombie, with his torch that burns through things. And we absolutely destroy him because we can lob over things. Day 8 and 9 go by with a breeze, no problem whatsoever, and then at the end of day 9, well, let's just say, we got the most useless plant ever. The Grave Buster. Why do we even need this? We could just throw over the graves. We don't even need this thing. Then we head over onto the shop and buy ourselves our second armament plant that we'll be using in this world, the one and only Apple Mortar. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I have never used this plant before, so I have no idea what it does or what it even has for it. Because of our new inclusion of the Apple Mortar, we want to try this bad boy out. Starting off on day 10, we load up with the cabbage pulp and Apple Mortar, and then fill the rest of our plants with random useless junk, making sure to choose yes when they ask for sun-producing plants. Placing the new Apple Mortar down that we just bought, we want to test this bad boy out. I'm gonna be honest, my reaction to this was incredible. I didn't even know that he takes 3 lanes and he's done plants. Like, oh, I honestly didn't even know he would do that as a premium plant. But sadly, due to the 250 sun cost this plant has, we were only able to make about 5 of them in this entire level. Yep, that's right, 5 of them. Next level comes up with our first locked and loaded level. Locked and loaded meaning we aren't allowed to choose our plants at all. I was skeptical, and then I saw that we had not a single armament plant, so we just played the level as normally. This one was easy as fuck, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Easily blasting through day 12 with only 1 casualty, we're introduced to day 13 with the Dave's Mold collection. Basically, mold means that we're not allowed to plant anywhere that involves the green little bouncy boys that you can see right there. But at the end of the day, we get Bonk Choy, completely useless to us. Day 14 goes without a hitch, basically nothing bad happens the entire day. And then the next day, we're introduced to endangered plants, a new gimmick, where if they die, we lose a level. The increased sun production from these 3 extra endangered sunflowers, I won't lie, kinda helped a lot, seeing as how we got to plant an entire patch of cabbage pulps, allowing us to basically sweep through this level with no problem whatsoever. Apple Mortar completely carries. Day 16, no problems whatsoever, another basic easy level. Day 17 introduces a new gimmick, basically meaning we can't have more than a certain amount of plants. And there at the top middle, you can see that there's only 14 plants left, meaning we can't place more than 14 plants. Normally in a normal playthrough, this would be hard as hell, seeing as you'd have to get normal plants and sunflowers. Because we only need armaments, we were able to completely sweep with just Apple Mortar. I mean, look at this guy. We also gain a new power, allowing us to have 1 extra plant food whenever we start a level. No, it does not mean that we start with that extra one. Day 18 introduces us to the last stand levels, and I'm gonna be honest, this was so much fun. Being able to place almost 2200 sun worth of plants, we were able to completely wipe this level clean with Apple Mortar. I feel like the zombie in this type of situation would feel like Willem Dafoe in that one meme where he's looking straight up at the sky, looking as if he's about to get absolutely nuked by a giant fucking bomb. Day 18 is easy as pie. You know what type of pie? Apple pie. Oh god, that's bad. Day 19 gives us 2 gimmicks in 1 level, that being no more than a certain amount of plants and Dave's Mold. In this level, I was going to use Apple Mortar and of course cabbage pulp, but I want to try something different, and luckily, we got Sling Pea, another armament plant that could help us on our journey. I'm just going to say this thing's fucking broken. Just look at that, 1 attack almost kills a basic zombie. We barely even had 5 when we finished the end of the level. We were able to completely destroy the entire level. I mean, like, how is that fair? It's a cedium plant. This thing's broken. And after renting that plant, we were given a choice. We could either buy packets of gems or coins, and with 26,000, I of course chose coins. Day 20 introduced us to another endangered plant level. This time giving us 4 sunflowers instead of 3 of what we got before. And with 4 sunflowers, you will get an entire row of apple mortars. Like, that's incredible. Then the next level, day 21, we were introduced to a half-lock, half-loaded level, basically giving us an assortment of plants and then some plants that we could choose ourselves. And out of that assortment, we got 2 armament plants, watermelon and fucking corn. You know what that means. You know which plant we're using, baby. Let's give it a round of applause for Colonel Pole. You thought I was gonna use Melon Pole? No, that thing's fucking expensive, dude. Colonel Pole gives stall as well. Like, why would I not? And at the end of the level, we were given another permanent upgrade, allowing us to have an extra 25 permanent sun at the start of each and every level. But I'm gonna be honest, this basically goes unused for like a ton of the game. Day 22 gives us another double gimmick level with Dave Mold and a least amount of plants. Honestly, this is getting boring. This was really easy, seeing as how Apple Mortar and Chemical swept. Day 23 gave us a slight challenge with the gargantuars, and day 24 was a last stand level. We just placed Apple Mortars, and we watched as these bad boys completely swept the daylights out of this horde of zombies. I mean, honestly, with this much amount of stun, God, it's like fighting Mike Tyson in his prime. You'd just be hit back to back to back to back. There'd be like no reason for you to even try to get up. And then after that, we were introduced to twin sunflowers, which, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of feel bad that we won't be able to use this bad boy. And then after that, we were given the final level of the world, the Zomboss battle. And since because of our restrictions and rules, we don't really have to worry about what plants we place and all that, because if you just watch this entire fight, at the end of the fight, we have like 6 cabbage pulls. Like, how are we supposed to beat this with 6 cabbage pulls? And then he does a dash that completely destroys like all of our plants. Like, we wouldn't be able to do shit against it. But at the end of the day, the Zomboss battle fight over, and that's ancient Egypt completed. In the next video, we'll of course be taking over Pirate Seas, and we'll be able to get 2 more armament plants for our collection. And with the first episode of this challenge series finished, I would like to thank you for watching. Maybe give a like and subscribe if you feel like. And eventually, we're going to be coming out with Pirate Seas after either, I don't know, maybe like a week or 2. I'm going to be honest, with college and jobs, and having to do homework, and having to deal with everything, this is kind of very stressful. But I mean, hey, it's fun at least. I'm also going to be working on another video. Sadly, it's not Plant vs. Zombies related. It's going to be Terraria. It's going to be Infernum. It's going to be Yo-Yo. So if you're a big fan of Terraria and Infernum, please check that out when it comes out. I also linked like a video right here. So please check it out. Okay, bye!